One of the nicest and simplest habits that we can cultivate for ourselves is to make a list in the evening time, or often I would suggest to staff groups, really do this when you're leaving your office, when you're walking out of the space where you have been at work. Say to yourself, I'm happy with myself today because, and list a couple of reasons why you're happy with yourself. This can be really important, especially at a time right now when there doesn't seem to be an end to what we're doing, where there doesn't even seem to be a goal, particularly for people who are staying at home a lot. The goal is to get through the next day, to keep everyone safe, to keep everyone occupied, to relax, to have some fun. Some of you are trying to work in the middle of a melee of household chores with no separation in the space. That can be very challenging. So if you can take time to say to yourself every evening, I'm happy with myself today because I had a cup of coffee, I took a break, because I played with the children and wow, I really enjoyed that game, because I remembered that I don't have to do 500 extra things. Whatever I get done today is okay for today. Some people like to call it a success log and make it more formalized. Whatever way you use it, this is a really interesting, easy habit. So I would suggest you write it down first. I'm happy with myself today list. Because oftentimes we need to look back at that list. And I often laugh at some of the things I write. But often some of the things I write actually help propel me when I'm not feeling so good. So that's the little spiel for today. And now I want to speak to you and talk you through a really nice, very easy, it's a short, it's not a meditation, it's a breath. It's a breath from Dr. Ian Robertson, who happens to be he's a professor in Trinity. So I'm not sure what he calls it. I call it the focus breath, but it's using his method. So again, when we're doing any breathing technique, it's just important to get yourself settled into a space. One of the great things about taking a breathing technique time is even if you're standing overlooking your garden, you can just decide, I'm taking the space now to be with my breath. So arrive at the space within yourself. And for the first breath, just really become aware of where you are. Become aware of your surroundings. Just really notice. Notice the sounds. Notice if there's any smell. Notice yourself. And then take your awareness inward, out of your environment, within you. Again, notice any sounds that may be within you. Notice any tensions. And then become aware of your breath. Observing as it arises through the nostrils, down into your rib cage and belly, and out. Without commentary, you're just noticing. Couple more breaths, observing. And now for this simple breath, what we're going to do is we're going to count our breath in for the count of 3, hold for the count of 3. And as we exhale, we're going to say a word out loud, a word that we really feel would benefit us right now. So, breathing in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, clarity, 2, 3, in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, clarity, 2, 3. One more, in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, clarity, 2, 3. Continue with this in your own rhythm, with your own word. So repeat. In, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, and your word, 2, 3. So you can see this is quite a simple one to do. I call it one of my on-the-go tips because it's really something you could use, particularly if you were in your working environment when life is at the pace it normally is. You can sit into your car, do that breath before you take off to your next meeting or to whatever you have to do next. So it really does help bring focus. It just pinpoints or laser beams your attention into a direction, which at this stage can be very beneficial to us. Many of us are beginning to wonder how long this is going to go on for. So if you can keep your focus going in the direction of what's working for you, what you're feeling good about, what you are satisfied with in every single day, it'll just help sharpen your awareness and attention to what is working. Our brains are amazing. They have what's called a reticular activating system, which tends to look in the direction that we're focused. So if you're spending a lot of time focusing on what you're not getting done or what you're worrying about, your brain will look for evidence for more of that. So that's why this little exercise of noticing what you're satisfied with will really support you in looking in the opposite direction and away from what you have no control over and back into what you are satisfied with and what you are having a power and can affect. So thanks. Talk to you again.